Leave it to Ford to go above and beyond to try to stay well ahead of the competition. There's a new powertrain coming for the Super Duty, and I'm excited, but I'm concerned at the same time. You know why? Because of this. This is a 2024 Ford F350 Platinum with the standard output Power Stroke. You probably can't see, but I'll show it to you here. $94,135. And let's face it, these powertrains are not cheap. The standard output is $10,495, and the high output is $2,500 more than that one. But that doesn't really matter today because we don't know what the future holds. Let's go ahead and read the article on Car and Driver, and I might read a second article in this video, so let's jump into it. I'm on Car and Driver's website, and then here's the article that they wrote. So you guys see here, the next generation of Ford's Super Duty pickups will gain electric assistance. Not sure what that means quite yet, but it says the F-Series lineup of full-size pickup trucks have been best-selling vehicles in the United States for roughly 4 decades, and high demand is leading Ford to expand production of the Super Duties to the Oakville Assembly Complex in Ontario, Canada, starting in 2026. So this is good news for anyone who's had trouble getting their truck. Now, down below here, it does say that Ford hinted that the next iteration of Super Duty pickups will gain a hybrid powertrain. So Ford's announcement was quite vague, but it said that the expansion paves the way to bring multi-energy technology to the next generation of Super Duty trucks. While we don't expect the Super Duty to go fully electric just yet, especially since EVs still lag behind gas trucks when towing and hauling, a hybrid powertrain would make plenty of sense, especially given how popular it has been in the F-150. Now, the F-150 currently offers a hybrid setup which slots an electric motor between the twin-turbo V6 and the transmission. It's also not clear what engine the future Super Duty will hybridize, so it could be the 6.8, it could be the 7.3, as well as a diesel. That seems like really good news. When you think about it, Ford has always been behind on production for the Super Duty, especially these last 5 years. Like, these trucks have been really hard to get. I've actually had a hard time getting my Ford Super Duty that I ordered, the one I really wanted. But back in 2022, we heard about this. This is not it, but the high output Power Stroke, which has insane class leading horsepower and torque. Now, there is no word on what they're going to be adding the electric assistance to. We just don't know yet. Now, here's what I'll say. I'm a-okay with them adding electric motors, kind of like how they do on the Ford Power Boost. Like, they have an electric motor between the transmission and the engine, I believe, on those trucks. And when you're climbing really steep grades, when you're having to sit and stop and go traffic, when you're sitting at traffic lights, that's where you lose most of your fuel economy on towing and obviously on heavy pickup trucks. But I think that Ford and all the manufacturers are not looking at this the right way. Here's a few things you have to consider. Obviously, adding electric motors to a truck and a battery pack are going to add what? They're not going to add better fuel efficiency alone. They're going to add weight. Now, what's the biggest component of why people buy Super Duties and HD trucks? Right here. Now, if you guys don't know, the Ford F-150 with the Power Boost powertrain, they raised the gross vehicle weight rating from 7,100 pounds to 7,400 pounds. They've already raised the gross vehicle weight rating for the 1 tons for 2023. So now it's 12,000 pounds. Now, these trucks have the aluminum body, so they don't need a higher gross vehicle weight rating to compete right now. The problem is, if you're looking at a dually, well, they're still limited to that 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. So let me start over again. I'm excited about a more efficient Super Duty pickup. The problem is, how are they going to lobby to get these numbers changed? Obviously, even the 26,000 pound gross combined weight rating restriction too. See, the problem with these trucks are, these diesels have always had opportunities for better fuel efficiency, but unfortunately the government has made these engines more inefficient. And they've made it to where if you touch them, they could potentially fine you for it, right? So again, I like the idea of a hybrid pickup truck, but we can all bet it won't be a diesel. And that might be a good thing, because if they use the gas engines, that's going to help with the payload issue, because diesels have more components and more emissions compared to the gas trucks. Now, I have seen that this administration that's here currently are trying to add particulate filters to gas engines. I mean, these people are freaking crazy, bro. I don't understand how you, never mind. I have another channel for that. Be sure to subscribe to it. It's A&B Conversations. But let's go ahead and read the other article. I think there was something in there that I liked, and that will pretty much end the video. But let me know you guys' thoughts. When you think about the weight of the trucks, right? We kind of can all agree it won't be a diesel hybrid. I don't know why that truck doesn't exist. I mean, we've all learned a lot from the 3-liter inline 6 Duramax that GM makes. Why not make a more efficient hybrid diesel? I'm on Ford Authority, and it does say here that the Super Duty was expected to get a hybrid system for the 2023 redesign. And I don't remember hearing about that, but that is pretty crazy that they were considering, or at least there was speculation that they were considering doing a hybrid Super Duty. But down here, something that's notable is the F-150 hybrid, which is the Power Boost, makes up 25% of total F-150 production. That is a pretty big number. I was shocked to see that. So I guess some people do like the benefits you get. I know you get the 7,000 watts in the bed, but obviously if you do a lot of city driving, that's what really benefits you, having that hybrid electric system. Now I want to hear from you guys. Would you rather see a diesel hybrid or a gas hybrid? Obviously diesels have their benefits. It's obviously more efficient. However, diesels have a premium, and a big one. You guys saw those engines can cost close to $13,000, and on the low end, $11,000. So the diesel may not be obtainable for most people, so a gas engine would be the next thing. And the weight. So obviously having a gas engine, you don't have turbochargers, you don't have the emissions crap. So the gas engine is going to probably be more of a reality versus the diesel. Now, I still stand by what I said earlier. They should be able to lobby so they could change the weight restrictions that we have today. The dually should have a 15,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating without that being classified in a different category, right? I'm just being honest here. You know, if they're going to keep adding all the stupid stuff on these trucks, then they need to say, okay, well, we're going to add more weight to these trucks to make it better for the environment. Then we should change the law on the weight, so that way people who don't want to get a commercial driver license can go up to 28 or 29,000 pounds, right? But these are all pipe dreams. If the manufacturers don't push back on the government, then having all these great new technologies and drivetrains and powertrains won't really matter. They really have to push back. Number one, figure out how to raise the numbers. Number two, figure out how to reduce the emissions but still help the environment. And number three, the cost. That's always going to be the biggest factor. Every video I do, you guys complain very vocally about the pricing of these trucks. And so that's why I believe it won't be a diesel hybrid. It'll most likely be a gas, probably the 6.8 liter. So having a hybrid system in the Super Duty would be a great win for the Ford guys, because then they could have up to 7,000 watts in the bed. I just did a video today with my RV trying to run both AC units, so I can't wait to post that content for you guys. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I really think that if Ford is going to push this second plant to build these trucks, then hopefully this will free up, you know, some of these delays that we're seeing. And Ford trucks do sell pretty well. I mean, even though there's more trucks sitting, they're definitely moving. I mean, there's a few trucks that I've shown you guys in my videos that have since sold, and quite a few of them, some of which were like really expensive. Like I think the trimmer that I did, if you guys don't remember, I did a trimmer Lariat that was like $100,000. I think that truck sold. It was F-250 at that. So they're definitely moving, and so this is a good step for Ford to put out more production, so that way people who are ordering trucks can get them. See you guys soon.